with profound respect to everybody that has been talking. The president did not declare state of emergency in Rivers State.
The way this country they go now, the way this country they go now, one day you will be first son for una family, you go just wake up like this, they go change your position, put in a last born. I am telling you, okay, see the way they take remove Fubara for River State, just like that. The way things they go on for this country, you be like say one day like this, you go just get up like this, they don't shift your family house, put them for inside forest, carry that person own put. The way this country they go now, I can't even believe that at this stage of civil rule where we did, see, they will just remove governor, sitting governor, they will just comot the person like that for seat, tell am say, oh yeah, go and rest for 6 months, or go and rest for 10 months. Make I tell you, the only person wey I don notice say this thing pain am well for this country na Kenneth Okonkwo. The way Kenneth Okonkwo take carry this matter for head, he touch am for body, he pain am well. And but sometimes this Kenneth, I no dey understand the way he dey carry him own political, but this matter touch am well. And me as a person, I no dey like to put mouth for anything wey concern politics, wey concern anything wey dey rule or wey dey no rule. But this one, the way Kenneth Okonkwo take carry this matter for head, okay, I go let you guys go watch the video by una sef, so una go hear how Kenneth Okonkwo take carry am for head, like say make dem give am power small, make you go return, make you go. Oh, see, you need to watch this video. For me, this country, if you know that you have a family land, and you are planning to sell it, or you have a house, you want to sell it, it's better you sell it to outsider, because if you sell it to insider, tomorrow you have yourself to blame. Now, if you get family land where you wan sell, you go know wetin e mean say you sell am to insider. You no go see money come outside. So I want to allow you guys, make we go watch wetin Kenneth Okonkwo talk for inside this matter. And the thing sef, na him come arouse my own feeling. I come talk say, okay, make I put mouth for this matter. Oya, watch the video.
People have been making a mistake as to what the president did in Rivers State. With profound respect to everybody that has been talking, the president did not declare state of emergency in Rivers State. The president declared a martial law in Rivers State. And I want you to understand the difference. The state of emergency is recognized by our constitution and has given the president the power to declare state of emergency under certain conditions. The Nigerian Bar Association, led by its president, has made it clear that none of those conditions has been fulfilled to warrant the declaration of state of emergency, meaning that the purported declaration is not a state of emergency. The Supreme Court is very clear. In the case of Attorney General of Bendel State and Adeyo, he said any act of governance not covered under an enabling law is a nullity. So there is nothing like state of emergency in what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did. Why? Because state of emergency does not, even if the situation has arisen, does not include the removal of elected representatives of the people. The Constitution is very clear in section 1, subsection 2, that Nigeria shall not be governed or any part thereof by any persons except in accordance with the Constitution. Where is it in the Constitution where it was stated that Nigeria or any state should be governed by a sole administrator? None. So what the president did is akin to what the president of South Korea did when he declared martial law and wanted to remove the elected representatives of the people. The legislature moved in immediately, including the members of the party of the president, and removed the president himself for declaring martial law and intending to remove elected representatives of the people. That is a coup against the federation. The president of South Korea is awaiting trial for doing that, even his own party. So what the legislature is expected to be thinking about doing is removing Tinubu for declaring a martial law on a state, a federating unit, and trying to rule that state through the military, through sole administrator, not contemplated by our constitution. So what Tinubu has done, can't you see? And let me explain the more. He usurped even the power to make law for that state. He said the sole administrator can make regulation. Regulation is part of law, because regulation is a subsidiary legislation that derives its validity from a statute. So he usurped it through a decree, not our law, that the sole administrator can make law, and that he, Tinubu, and his cabinet will be the one to authorize the law, usurping the power of the legislature. That is treason. That is trying to govern Nigeria, or a part of it, in a manner not contemplated by the constitution. Now, Tinubu suspended numerous sections of the constitution in order to make his declaration. No state of emergency authorizes the government to suspend any provision of the constitution. But in declaring the martial law, which Tinubu did for Rivers State, he suspended section 1 of the constitution, section 179, 180, 188, 189, and section 120 and 121, including section 117 and 110, in other words 110 of the constitution. He suspended these several sections of the constitution in order to make that declaration. That cannot be declaration of a state of emergency. What are these constitutions, provisions of the constitution talking? You cannot govern Nigeria outside elected member of the representatives of the people. That is what these sections are saying. And these sections enumerated the methods that you can use to remove a member of the House of Assembly or the governor. 1, by death, by resignation, by removal through impeachment, by permanent incapacity and expiration of term, and for the House of Assembly member by recall. That is the summary of all these sections that I have enumerated. So the president suspended these sections and wanted to rule Rivers State by decree, because he has already usurped the power of the legislature. And that is why I'm saying that what he declared was martial law, was a coup against the people of Rivers State. Rivers State are the ones that elected the governor and the members of the House of Assembly. And even by interpretation act, he said he that appoints is the only person that have the power to remove. So the president did not appoint the governor. He did not appoint the members of the House of Assembly. They were elected. So the president has no right to remove them. And any government in place in a democracy was instituted by laws. And that is why the Supreme Court say any act of governance that is not covered under an enabling law is a nullity. Even the National Assembly that has the right, and I'm talking now about the state of emergency, for you to know the difference from the state of emergency and what Tinubu did. In the state of emergency, Section 305 was clear. You declare state of emergency when there is war, or when there is imminent threat of invasion of Nigeria. That has not happened. Or when there is actual breakdown of public order and public safety as to warrant extraordinary measure to correct the situation, or where there is a danger that such a thing will happen. or where there is a natural calamity of such that needs extraordinary measure to correct, or where there is a threat to the collapse of the Federation of Nigeria. This is section 305, subsection 3. Now, none of these things has happened, and the president came on TV to say there is a security report for you. Security reports, Mr. President, is for you. It is not for Nigerians. So anything that Nigerians do not know should not know Nigerians. You that know your security report, the security report has not given you the right to remove elected representatives. So what the state of emergency actually is doing is that the president should empower the democratic forces to be able to overcome the danger, even if it means using extraordinary measure. What is the extraordinary measures? The state of emergency that is talking about an extraordinary measure is that you have the right to restrict the fundamental human rights of Nigerians. When you are taking away the extraordinary measure, it does not mean removing elected representatives, and this was stated in section 45 of the Constitution.
Okay, now that you have seen the video by yourself, let me ask you, do you think that with you in your own state or in your own region, do you think you are still safe as a businessman or as a governor, or even as, I don't want to call all the names of everybody, but do you think you are safe? Because none of us know what will happen next in this country. Look at the way everywhere is running up and down. Just check them. In the next 2 years, what are we expecting? Where are we going to be? Now look at me. This clothes you see me wearing, this clothes I'm wearing now, I'm even protected with my life, because if you think that you maybe you have money today, go to the market tomorrow and price the same clothes where you buy last week. You know that you have to protect your clothes with all your life. See, I don't know where we're going to, because this country, I don't know if it has teach you enough. As for me, I don't learn enough for this country where we do. I don't learn enough. Thank you for watching this video, but please share this video so that everybody go watch this video to know what is going on now in Rivers State. River. Hi.